Oh,
Wait.
okay. Yeah, I hear you now.
There we go. I hear you. Nope. Apparently I had to ditch the source and restart it, and now it's working.
Ah, yes. Okay, cool.
Have fun, y'all.
All right, bye, Toad.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
All right,
everybody.
so let's try this again. So, what we have for you guys coming up right now is one of the great games for the Super Nintendo, one of the great Castlevania games of all time, Super Castlevania 4. Going to be played by the man, the myth, the legend, Infinite Mystery. I'll be on the commentary here. I'm Enemy, and Fado Cthulhu is going to be joining us in just a moment. Looks like he's getting set up, and he'll be right with us. But I think we might get started now that our audio situation is all sorted.
I apologize again.
Just double. Nah, it's fine. We got it sorted. It's tough to do a big marathon stream like this with a bunch of different runners and different folks bouncing between restreaming and everything. So God bless you, Evo. You're doing fantastic work tonight. You and Kong.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. We're gonna make sure that I am is ready to go here. He asked for a countdown in here, and I think we can get started. All right, we will get going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. I don't know, plant life thing. I don't actually know the names of some of these enemies. See if I am Styles on it. Nope, he's not doing the moonwalk right now. He's doing that a lot in practice. So that's one of the main changes they made from previous Castlevania games. They added a lot more health in this game, which definitely helps curb some of the nastiness of this game. This game definitely has its moments. It's not quite on that same level as Castlevania 3 in terms of just soul-crushing difficulty, but as we'll see as the game goes on, there's definitely some spots where it gets pretty nasty. So coming up here is our first boss, and I am's just gonna DPS him down real quick with his crosses. And he wants to get his items as low as possible, so it saves him a little bit of time on the countdown at the end of the stage. The typical Castlevania is going to grab this orb, and that'll do it for stage 1. And I am set up really well. He's got his triple shot, he's got his cross, he's loving life as we go on to stage 2 here.
Hey, what's up, enemy?
Hey, there's the Fata Cthulhu. All right. Just in time. So there, right there, you see one of the pitfalls that can get you in stage 2, which are these hands that just randomly pop out of the ground. So I am's got to be careful here. Oh, he just got that axe to drop. He's going to want to avoid that. There it goes off screen. And we got these leaf creatures as well. They spawn at fixed intervals, so he just needs to know where they are to take care of them. But yeah, now the name of the game is just, keep a few hearts handy for getting rid of some of these enemies and some of the mini bosses and bosses that he's going to encounter. And keeping that triple shot, keeping that cross, he'll be good to go. See the hedgehogs right here, they roll around at you. Pretty easy to deal with is whether you do it quickly or you take the time or just bypass them as I am did right here.
Yeah, this game, it gets tougher the further you get it.
Oh yeah,
they kind of warm you up for the later stages.
That's right.
And a lot of speedrun strats have a lot of damage boosting. I think I am just going to be playing it kind of safe, keeping as much health as possible so he doesn't lose his crosses. Because they are very, very key to making it through this game, pretty much. You definitely don't want to lose the cross like later on, like fighting death and a couple other fights. It'd be very devastating.
Yeah, there's so many bosses that if you can throw triple crosses on screen, you just melt them. And without that, they can really wreck you badly. So even if he loses it, there's certain places obviously where you can get his cross back, others where you can't, and you just get stuck having to whip down the bosses, and that is always a real chore in this game or any other Castlevania game. We see I am getting that big wall meat right there, which looks more like a pot roast in this game than they got that 16-bit graphical horsepower to put behind wall meat.
I know in the first one it's a werewolf, or no, the first one is a pork chop.
Pork chop, right? Yeah.
And then the third one, it's a werewolf chop.
Really? I did not know that. Why would anyone eat a werewolf chop? That seems like you're just asking for trouble.
Well, you're already eating century-old wall meat. So.
I guess, but I mean, like, even money, you're going to turn into a werewolf after you eat that. So there was Medusa. Medusa's a very difficult fight in that you have to take all of 1 second to kill her. Just a complete breeze of a mini boss. Oh no, and I am hits the wrong candle right there, and now he's got the axe. So that's a double whammy. Not only does he have the axe, which is an inferior weapon to the cross, but he loses the triple shot too. There is a fixed spot where he can get cross on the next area. We'll see if I am knows where that is. But there are a couple of I guess like free rooms or like prize rooms almost in this game where they have pretty much every weapon. Some of them have more weapons than others, I guess, but they have a bunch of weapon drops, a bunch of heart drops, and health drops that you can get. So that'll be available to IM if he wants to make sure he gets the cross and get some, probably get a double or triple shot out of it as well. But we'll see that when we get to that screen. But right now, he's just fighting against this current, trying to do what he can with this axe, which is not as much as if he had the cross, unfortunately.
Yeah, I gotta kind of agree with Chad there, but Medusa never really puts up a good fight. That's a video game.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Medusa is always kind of a bum in Castlevania games. So here we are in the caverns, and first thing we're doing is fighting these mud golems. And they break down.
This is where it kind of starts heating up too, a little bit.
Yeah, especially as you get out of this section in stage 3, or block 3, excuse me. They're blocks in this game. But as you go on into the water section coming up, that's where it gets real dangerous. One hit in the wrong direction, and it's death for you. So yeah, I am just going to go to the left here, it looks like. He's whipping the thing on the backswing. Oh no, he went that way, and then he went away from it.
I don't know if he knows.
It looks like he knows that it's over there, but he's one level down here.
Yeah,
if he wants to go to the safe room, he needs to go back up this little staircase right here. This kind of.
I think he's like looking for it right now.
Yeah. So it looks like maybe he got his bearings crossed there.
Holy water is better than the X. So.
Yeah, it is. The holy water isn't, that Castlevania 1 level OP in this game, but it's, it's like you say, it's better than the axe for the most part. Also, this stage is actually not so bad dealing with the axe, but there is an axe right before that boss if IM chooses to go in that direction. But yeah, I am just taking it safe right here, just knocking these guys down. They create a little bit of lag. If you can jump over them, that's absolutely ideal. But if they're walking to the right, it becomes very difficult to jump over them. So I am probably not looking to take any extra damage. There's that cross he wants. So he's got that back. Now it's just a matter of getting back up to double and triple shot.
And this game is a little more generous with health drops because it has chicken leg drops and candles.
That's right.
Kind of unique to this one. But in my opinion, this is honestly between 3 and this one. These two are the hardest out of the classic ones.
I feel like there's a lot in this game that's pretty okay, and then there's a couple of stages in this game that are just out of this world obnoxious.
Yeah, a couple of jumps. I remember watching you play it, and there was this one jump toward the end. It's like almost pixel perfect. I mean, even as a casual player, it forces you to make some crazy jumps.
So we're seeing one of the vertical stages here in the game, and where IM is doing a lot of jumping and a lot of swinging as well. And that's a mechanic we see used throughout the game, the swinging with the whip. That's new for this one. And you can definitely get into some trouble with that as we go on later in the game. They throw some enemies at you while you're hanging on from hooks, and that doesn't always go the way that you want it to. But now here we are to the aforementioned water section, where we see all the fishmen trying to come up and spit at IM. And that's the real problem. If you're getting in the way of their spit, they just knock you back a long way and knock you right in the water a lot of times.
Well known, Belmonts cannot swim.
No, they can't. It's so few video game protagonists can actually swim. It's a real problem. Gotta get them swim lessons. It's like, why are you hanging around so much water if you can't swim? It's crazy.
Some chicken right here.
So IM does not want that. Okay, good. I think he would have gotten a dagger if he had opened up that one candle there. So he's
there's a dagger back there. Right at the back there.
But yeah, IM's playing this in a very measured fashion right now. There's that knockback from the fishman, but he was able to land on the platform he was standing on. He's good to go. And that's another mechanic in this game you just saw IM make use of, which is jumping up the stairs. That can get you in trouble sometimes in this game. A lot of Castlevania 4 players have a lot of nice things to say about the stairs and being able to jump onto them. It's always 100% reliable.
And this is the first one that actually had that.
That's right, yeah. And it's super great from a speedrunning standpoint to not have to walk up every single stair, but it'll trick you sometimes. And the way to try to optimize it is to be as close to the stairs as possible when you jump on them. But even that is not 100% foolproof. And there's one stage in particular coming up towards the very end of the game where you're doing almost nothing but climbing upstairs, and the stairs collapse underneath of you. It's no fun. So we'll have more to say about that when we get there. But right now, I am just making his way up these stairs, dealing with these crows with his waggle whip. Let's see if IM gets his health there. He does indeed. This boss is pretty cooperative, not too nasty to deal with, but always good to have that backup. A little extra health just in case things go sideways.
As long as you got the processor, you can really take care of it pretty easily.
Yeah, this boss has a nice quick kill setup that I've never actually learned, but seeing it done, you just make super quick work of the boss. So IM has 72 hearts right now, so he has probably enough ammo to deal with this boss.
He's got enough for the rest of the game.
It's nearly true. Now, the only problem for IM here is that he doesn't have a double or triple shot, so he's got to take this a little bit slower. But look at, I say that right as he just wallops the boss, like no problem. He uses the one cross and the whip, and just makes short work of the dragon. And that'll take us beyond the Super 16 goal, which was to beat Stage 3, and now we're on to the rest of the game, where it does continue to get a little nastier, as you might expect. So now, of course, we have a Castlevania favorite, those platforms that flip over on you if you jump on them. I am being very careful to walk across them so he doesn't have to deal with that nonsense.
I'm sure he's just going to play it real safe on these moving platforms because there's more coming up.
Yeah, this stage in particular has a lot of enemies that pop out of walls where they don't appear to exist.
Yeah.
Like if he walks to the right here, there's an enemy that'll pop out of the wall right there that he just killed, and another one's coming up right above him. So oh no, he's gonna land right on the dagger! Oh my goodness!
Man.
So now he's got the dagger he's got to deal with.
He's got this mini boss fight coming up that really you can really wreck with the cross.
Yeah, so it's actually Puexel. So if you're familiar with the speedrunner of the same name, that's where he got it from, was this game. I am bypasses the health right there. Okay, it looks like he's considering whether or not to go back and get it. Yes, he does. No problem. But yeah, giant skull enemy coming up. If you have the double or triple shot with the cross, you can just melt him, which is a theme throughout most of the bosses. But even without that, it shouldn't be too bad for IM. We'll see what he does.
I haven't played this one a little bit. I don't have as much experience with this one as other Castlevania games, but this one's it doesn't seem as strong with sub-weapon drop.
Oh, and the clutch kill! With the 1 health left, IM takes out.
Very nice.
And here we get some classic Mode 7 for our Super Nintendo video game here. I am messing around with the hook here. But we're going to have this screen rotate twice. The first time IM's going to want to land on this moving platform before it stops rotating entirely. If he can do that and duck, all of these Medusa heads that are going to spawn will just bypass him. So there we see he got down and crouched before it officially stopped moving, and there they go. They're making their nice sine wave around him, not touching him at all, no problem. The only issue here, of course, for IM is that he's got a little ways to go before the end of the stage, and he still only has 1 health.
In the Revolution move, there is a chicken candle.
Yes.
That'll be his saving grace.
That's right. So here we go with the more Mode 7. A platform is going to spawn on his left. Blocks are going to expand out towards him. And you just got to wait it out until he can make that jump. And there he goes. So if that wasn't enough Mode 7 for you, this is more than enough Mode 7 for anyone on this screen.
Yeah, this screen, I don't get motion problems with many games, but this screen and the top-down views of Counter 3.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this screen is something else. And for the longest time, I was like, okay, what is going on this screen? Like, where is Simon in the castle? Why is it moving like this? And I figured it out. I realized, like in Symphony of the Night, you know how the castle flips upside down in the second half? Spoilers, guys. I'm sorry. There's a second castle that's upside down.
Hey, the game is 20 years old. So.
It is. I guess we're beyond the statute of limitations. It occurred to me that, like, he's in one of the towers that's flipping upside down. So it's like rotating around while he's doing that. This is my best reasoning for what I think is going on.
That's pretty sound reasoning.
That's the only thing I can come up with. It just drove me. I was like, why is there one room in this game that spins around like this? It makes no sense.
Well, there is a pretty big scoop here, but I don't think he's going to go for it.
No, it is like you have I don't know if it requires double frame perfect or it's a 2-frame window or it's some crazy tight window you have to make it happen. I am just gonna go through as the blocks move up, make his way over here, and he's got to get underneath these falling spikes here. But he's just taking his time, playing it safe. It won't be an issue. Now coming up,
I think that's the right move to do too.
Oh yeah, absolutely, because it's not very long to get through that part at all.
Yeah.
So IM is actually going to want the axe here. Now the axe isn't a great weapon for this fight, but the dagger's even worse.
Yeah.
So IM's going to be fighting Coronat coming up here, who's a big giant golem dude, and who just Mode 7s all over the place. You'll see what I'm talking about when we get into the fight. But I am very wisely using the axe here to get some hits on the bone or not the bone dragon, the bone pillar, the dragon. I don't know. The dragon.
I don't really call them bone pillars. I mean, you can call them different things.
Yeah, we all know what I'm talking about. So he didn't quite get the upgrade, which is unfortunate because that would have just given him a little extra juice to deal with this boss. But we got big bad Coronat who's gonna shrink smaller and smaller as he takes hits, and these blocks fall all over the screen. So we can see Iam's health is a bit of an issue here. But Iam is going strong right now. He's dealing with him. Coronat's throwing the blocks. Coronat's shrinking. Oh, Iam's got 1 health left. It's going to be a battle to the finish here. Oh, and there it is. Got pinned in the corner. The block fell right on him, so he's going to go for round 2 here.
He'll be able to get the axe again, and now he'll have better health, hopefully.
Yeah, there's really no enemies that can do too much damage besides the things what I don't know what they're called. Yeah,
bone dragon, right. Bone pillars, people call them a bunch of.
There is actually a cross in this section, but it's like hidden in a really bad part. It's in a really tiny area.
Is it on the left-hand side?
I don't remember if it's on the left or the right-hand side, but you see how there's like that 2-tile tall little alcove that Iam was standing above just a few seconds ago. It's in one of those areas that are that small. So Simon can barely fit in there as is. And then you have to make your way in there and out of there. And it's really easy to hit it and then not be able to get in there in time with the way that those blocks move.
The first time I played this, I actually rode that up pretty high before I realized you could just walk out to the right.
Right. This time I am being a little bit more aggressive here with these pillars. Gets the help for good measure. Yeah, he's in much better shape here. Round 2 here against Coronat.
Should be okay. It's got 17 hearts.
He actually did a really good job last time. Just that his life deficit was such that he was kind of coming from behind in the fight.
This fight can really get out of hand with the other. So.
Yeah. Oh, and there we go. He got down. He wanted to make it the clutch performance. He just wanted to scare everyone a little bit.
Another one HP.
That's right. I am the cardiac kid here. But gets the job done. Coronat is finished. Gotta save some mode 7 for other guys. So this is a pretty quick stage here. There's not going to be a boss here, but we're kind of making our way into Dracula's castle at this point. Into the main part of Dracula's castle, I guess.
And again, here it's really great to have the cross. You can kind of control the flea riders and the hands and everything. I think there's one coming up right there. Yeah, I'm a few seconds back. I dropped a couple of frames, but not too much.
That's all right.
I don't understand why it is, but it's all good.
So yeah, now with the cross back, Iam is got to be feeling a lot better about his position, and this is a great stage to get yourself set back up for what's to come.
Yeah, he's gonna be trying to get as many hits as he can with the cross to try and get his multipliers back. Not sure the numbers of the game, how it works, but it is based on how many hits you get with your sub-weapon.
Yeah, I think it's 8 hits for each upgrade if you're just using your sub-weapon to get them. Obviously, there's some fixed positions throughout the game.
He got the dagger later.
Oh yeah, he did, and well, he took the death. So depending on how far back he goes, I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, he goes back to the very beginning, so which is ideal actually, because now he can go get the cross and be a little more attentive to which candles he's going to be opening.
Yeah, I think he just forgot that candle dropped the dagger. Definitely would not trade the dagger for the cross.
No, I mean that's one of the main things in this game. If your attention wanes at all, or if you haven't played it in a little bit, it's real easy to forget exactly which candle is going to drop the nasty things for you.
Right.
Because you get to a point where you're like, oh, I'm just hitting all these candles, getting hearts, maybe getting some health, everything's great, and then there's an axe, or there's
useless money bags.
Right, yeah, like that's harmless. Whatever, we'll get as many money back. Oh, dang, I got a dagger. Whoops. That's Castlevania for you.
It is.
But I mean, that's the nice thing, you know, you die and you can go get that same candle the next time, and hey, there it is. There's the cross. Oh, geez, oh man, he saved it though. Taking that knockback and getting up on that same
wow, yeah.
Staying alive.
Really,
Oh no, you get knocked back again, but he stays alive again. Goodness gracious.
he is the cardiac kid. Now, another thing about this game is you don't always get your HP back unless you beat a boss.
Right.
Unless you get like an orb or whatever at the end of the stage. So he just did like, it was like a segue stage, so he didn't get a health refill. But he did manage to pick up that chicken on the way, so he should be good to go.
Here we are into Dracula's Castle, stage 6 coming up. And we got some more Mode 7 for folks coming up in this stage.
They really wanted to showcase that.
I mean, there's all these early Super Nintendo games. I mean, I feel like they almost had a mandate that they had to do X amount of Mode 7 to show off the console. And you know, God bless them. I mean, they put it to work in this game and made one of the classic games of all time. But yeah, they have a lot of those Mode 7 gimmicks throughout, and you know, we'll be seeing the chandelier screen coming up before too long. But here's your axe armors, a classic enemy in the series. Gotta get several hits on them.
Always troll.
Throw low or high, so you gotta watch out. Okay, so here I am does not want to press anything on the D-pad right away. Oh, he nearly walked off, but he saved it, and he's making his way across this first chandelier, no problem. That's the tricky thing. If you're doing that screen for the first time and you're walking up to the left, like, oh, I'm just gonna hold left. I'm going left this time. Nope, you fall right off. It's terrible. But I am. He knows the score.
And if you're speedrunning this, it's actually pretty tricky to get through here with one cycle on everything.
Oh yeah.
There's a couple of lip buffers you have to do and stuff. Very specific movement jumps.
Well, I am not waiting. He says, you know what? I'm getting up on the chandelier now. Time waits for no man, AK.
He's had enough.
And there he goes. First try getting through the chandelier room. Now there's another one of those bonus rooms in here if IM wants to take it. Past this second chandelier, I think, if he whips down, he can, he's gone past it. He says, you know what? Who needs that nonsense?
You can see a tiny crack in the block.
Yeah. And oh, there's the axe. IM's waiting for it to go. He's not even going to try to jump over it just in case he gets knocked back. And then we have these phantasms. They take, I believe, 3 hits to disperse. There they go. A cool looking.
You do want to get rid of them. This room, this little hallway can get really hectic.
Yeah, they throw a ton of stuff at you with these suited up enemies that just charge right at you, and the phantasms, the axe armors. Yeah, it's just a ton in a tiny area.
Really, it's really good to keep your crosses just going continuously, pretty much.
Oh yeah, I mean, because you can actually hit these phantasms like with 3 crosses straight away, and then they're done. But the tricky thing with them is because they sort of look translucent, it almost appears as though you can't damage them.
That's what I thought the first time I played it.
I think most people think that the first time, that like, oh no, you can't do anything, you just have to avoid something. Well, now you can kill them. They kind of trick you with that one.
He's not going to do it, but there's just a little bat boost here. I've always thought that was pretty cool. Boost off one of those bats, and you don't have to take the staircase there.
I am playing that safe there, not going from the spinning platform spikes directly up to the stairs. He lands and walks up the stairs. The safe strat for the marathon.
It's making his way. He's got a good amount of
So these caskets are such a goofy enemy to me. It's like, chomp, 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 chomp. We're gonna get you. But that's not even the goofiest enemy. I don't know if it's on this stage or the next stage, but there's a real silly enemy in this game that I think he's coming up to right now. Or it might be in a couple screens. It might even be in the next stage, I forget. It all sort of blurs together. But now we're back to fighting real enemies. We got the red skeletons, of course, who fall apart and then reconstitute as time passes. And we got these nasty skeletons with whips. And their whip is really long. It extends a lot further than you think. So you got to be careful with them.
Yeah, but you can crouch under it, so
right.
You definitely got to get in there and crouch right away.
So I am's going to get some health here. And then he's going to deal with these grippers. So I am can jump over these. But if you walk into them, then they'll hold you and spawn an extra enemy who will come and try to attack you. But I am having no problem jumping over the hands, making it look easy. Oh, it looks like he's gonna. There, okay, so there you go. He got knocked back into one, and you saw an extra skeleton spawn. But I am got rid of it real quickly. Now here we have the rotating caskets. They just sit there and rotate, and you whack them all.
They do nothing but dance around, I guess.
Okay, here it is. Here's the silliest enemy in the game, as far as I'm concerned. It's a table, just a table with a tablecloth. If you walk into it, it does damage to you. I don't know why. I mean, like the dancing phantasms weren't enough. They're like, put tables, and I guess you stub your toe if you walk into them. I don't know.
Hey, that does.
Oh yeah, that sucks a lot. So I am getting the one up there. It's stuck a one up in the wall, which I think is pretty unique to this game. I don't think they had one ups, like one up pickups, in other Castlevania games prior to this. I don't think.
Castlevania 3 has one, I think.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I played the least, so it makes sense why I didn't know that. But look at that. Look how quickly I took care of. So their actual official names, I gotta remember this. It's Fred Askare and Paula Abgul. That's nice. The names of those two dancers. That's their actual names.
I did not know that. That's pretty awesome.
Someone told me that's garbage. That's a lie. You're making that. No, apparently that's officially their names.
Like it's one of those things.
Konami used to be a fun company that made video games and was awesome.
It's one of those things that's so cheesy it's good.
Yeah, exactly.
I always have a little trouble going through this area, so. But the next screen, the axe armors here, this is cross out, they're good to go.
Yeah, this is another spot where I wants to be careful not to get the wrong candles here.
Yeah, pretty much here on out, he wants to make sure he holds on to the crosses as much as he can.
So this is a fun room coming up, and we'll see how IM chooses to handle it, but this is one of a couple of rooms in the game where you have to make your way down, but you can pretty much just fall straight down and skip a lot of the room, and which IM is trying to do. He's picking his spots and taking a few hits for his efforts, but it looks like he's going to make it down here without too much problem. But of course, you got to watch out for these flying enemies, because they're putting a hurting on you while you're trying to escape them. But no problem for him. He takes a few hits for his efforts, but he gets through. And now he's got to ride these books, which move in a triangular pattern and aren't always synced up with each other very well. As you'll see here, IM has this skeleton on the ropes. It's collapsed down, and this thing is moving in kind of just not a favorable pattern for taking that knockback there. So unfortunately, now the situation IM's faced with is he doesn't have a sub weapon, and he's back to 5 hearts. So he's going to be trying to get what he can before the end of this stage. But it's a little bit rougher going. He doesn't even have the fully upgraded whip. Ooh, and he somehow manages to land back on the platform there. But see, there's that moving platform moving away from him while he's dealing with the skeleton that's reconstituting. Almost got him, but not quite. IM's able to pick up an axe. Better than nothing. Makes quick work of that red skeleton.
There's another cross up there.
Well, he gets his whip fully upgraded. That's the important thing right away. Let's see what he can do. So now we got these living paintings, where if you walk straight past them, they will grab you. But I was able to jump over the hand.
I always saw the movie marker. That's pretty cool.
So I think we're coming up to the best enemy in the game. I believe that's this stage. Not the silliest enemy in the game. That was the table, as far as I'm concerned. The best enemy in the game.
The thing with the hand pictures, you can jump and then whip downward. Destroy the hand.
See, I am trying to get that health there. Oh, excuse me, it's a double drop. So now he's got double axe. And yeah, here it comes. So this enemy right here, this little centipede, check it out. I am just goes right past. I don't know why that enemy exists. If you don't want him to, he never touches you.
Out of place, so.
They're like, they made him and they probably put him somewhere else in the game, and they're like, he doesn't work here. Let's move him somewhere else. Someone probably said like, let's get rid of him. Like, we really like the way he's animated. It looks awesome. Just put him somewhere out of the way then.
Been 3 hours making this centipede, guys.
That's right. The world has to see my work. There's never been a centipede in a video game before. So now I am's coming up to the knight here, and this is going to be a much more challenging fight than it otherwise would be, because I does not have the crosses. If he had the crosses, the knight would be dead by now. But the knight is actually saying, hey, would you please kill me? Just go ahead and hit me with an axe. I'm just going to stand right here. And I am making quick work of him all the same.
Yeah, very nice to know with the axe.
Oh, and he gets a nice freeze frame, too. Now it looks like we're playing Pitfall. And we're going to be playing Pitfall in just a second, because we're going down right here.
Oh, yeah.
Into the dungeon. And this is really where the game starts to get quite nasty.
It's very brutal.
Like, it's ramped up to this point, but now we're on a different level. Those drops of acid falling will damage you. If you go into the acid, you can actually stand on it a little bit. It's a little bit viscous enough to allow you to stand on it for a couple seconds, but it does damage while you're walking on it. And you wouldn't think that these eyeballs would be much of a threat, because we've seen them earlier in the game. Not a big deal, right? Well, you add them into everything else going on this stage, and they become quite a pain in the butt. So I am just trying to take this as safely as possible right now, because there's so many things that can do so much damage to you so quickly. Because like in other Castlevania games, now that we're here in Block 8, things do more damage than they did previously in the game. Those eyeballs do double the damage that they did previously in the game. So
I think they do what, 4 blocks?
I think it's 4 damage per hit, yeah.
Which, I think what you got, 16, so that's a quarter of your
4
health.
contact damage, I should say. I think if the fireball hits you, it does. Oh no, it did 3. So there you go. I am using those axes to great effect to get rid of that bone killer.
Another chicken.
A really good job with IM to get through this thing. This is one of the nastier rooms in the game. Like, when you get to this room, it's like, wow, this is much different than what I've dealt with to this point.
Yeah.
But no problem for IM. So I'm just going to want to...
It's not going bad at all.
Goes up and over these spikes. That's one of the nice things in this game. With all of these swinging spikes, you can jump over top of them in almost every case. It's just a nice little way of giving you other options to deal with stuff, rather than having to precariously dodge underneath of them and hoping that you make it.
Yeah, it's good that you're
that dagger.
You really be a pain for the boss.
Oh yeah.
But I've seen Furious Fall and TMR play this a bunch. This is where a lot of when their runs do die, it's around this area. It's a really tough part of the game.
Yeah, I can believe that. You see, I am having to wait for the drop cycle there, the little acid drop. So he's playing the American version. In the Japanese version, this all looks like blood, this green liquid. But it still damages you like acid, so... I don't
But
know.
you can walk through it. You
Oh
don't
no!
actually
Oh
walk
jeez.
through it.
So I am is low here. He is in the water. He's taking a couple hits, but he survived. Now he's going back into the acid to get the cross. He gets out of there with 1 health yet again, because that is what I am does.
Cardiac Kid strikes again.
So the problem I am's facing now is there's quite a bit of time left in this stage. He's got a ways to go, but he needs to get health because there's a lot coming up that can be real nasty for him. He would like to just drop here, but he's got these spikes to deal with. Oh, he makes it past. He's gonna make it out of this screen. My goodness, I am with the move.
Crazy stuff here, guys.
But again, see, he's not done yet. He's got to get through this screen as well, and then go fight Frankenstein. Will be the boss in this stage. As you see, I am crouching here, being very careful to make it underneath these moving spikes. Gets through that section. I am looking for some health right now. There's actually another force cross drop in this stage. I believe it's right below where he is right now. In case, you know, he does have to take a death here. He avoids the acid drops. This is nuts. This is some precision play right here. He may not be like the fastest in the history of the world, but he is, you know, he's making what he wants happen.
If you guys have never played this game, and you're just watching him do it, you're like, okay, whatever. But no, he was playing it really risky and doing a really good job at it.
This is a really hard screen to get through. He does not want that cross right there. That cross right there, I believe, is a dagger, or not that cross. That candle. Yeah, thank you. So I am playing it safe here. He's walking under. You can walk straight through here if you're feeling really lucky. And he gets that health pick up there. Okay, so he's in good shape here, but he's got to make it across a disappearing platform bridge, as you see right there. Now, some people I know really struggle with this part. They don't quite get the timing down. It looks like I am is, you know, trying to play it slow here, trying to, you know, be very methodical, figuring out what his time is going to be. Comes up there, gets some extra hearts. It's pretty good to go as far as ammo goes. He's got 30, which is more than enough for Frankenstein, who is going to be the boss right after this part. I've always found that if you just go here, like I am, it's done. Yes, he makes it across. Awesome job.
All right, but
He's got to commit. You got to commit and go.
I'm going to be the devil's advocate. Every time I get to that bridge, I get wrecked. I don't understand. I've seen the enemy get there, and he just walks right across it. But every time I get there...
You know who got wrecked right now, there, AK? Frankenstein got wrecked. That was a damageless fight right there from I Am. My God! That's some work right there.
Yeah, he's really putting in good work here.
And this is my favorite stage in the game, the treasure room. Awesome music in this stage. And it's a pretty fun stage as well.
It is fun, but it can be a pain in the butt.
Oh yeah, I mean, like we're in all of the stages are a pain in the butt now.
Yeah.
like let me not mislead anyone. I didn't say it was an easy stage. I just love the way the music progresses as you continue on through the stage.
A lot of treasure.
There's the double shot for I Am, so now he's building back up here. Oh, he's gonna save this jump! Oh my goodness, that is a really tough jump to save. Oh, he gets knocked back. But he made it up to that top platform,
wow, yeah, that's
which
great.
is a really, really nice job out of him, because the collapsing platform that he jumped off of is really tricky to jump off of in time.
Yeah, because you're working with the lag and everything else.
Yeah, that lag does you no favors in this part. And these things collapse really quickly. As you can see, they're basically collapsing right underneath his feet, not right after he walks past them. So you have to be like, not thinking about what you're doing. You just have to go.
Yeah, you just have to go, exactly. There's a bunch of chickens and multipliers you can get over here.
I believe later on this stage there's another one of those bonus rooms. I believe it's this stage. It might be the next stage where there's like a rock that will kind of suck you in like a vacuum and hold you in place, and then one of them will take you to a bonus room. Man, I Am is just crushing it right now. If you're a little careless in this room, with those gold skeletons throwing the bones at you and all the bats flying around, you're over an open pit, you can get wrecked real easily. And I Am just making it look like It's no issue. Oh, and he's going with the top strats there. He's not gonna get that stopwatch. He doesn't want that. But man, he is just making it look so easy right now.
Check the wall for chicken and salad.
Should have gave him one for his efforts, man.
The way he's playing.
Oh, there we go. He got the turkey leg.
Nice.
Is he going to go up for another one? Yes, he does. He says, I get mine now. It's IM's time.
Look at it. Look at it. Grinding the chicken legs.
I never thought to do that. I wish I had.
Me either. I'm like, okay, I got my 6 bars back. Let's
That's
go.
Right.
Yeah, these jumps can kind of be a little annoying. I actually didn't know you could springboard off your chest like that. That's very helpful.
So this is falling block platform section. Easy for me to say. So there's the IM getting hung up on one of those suction blocks or whatever. I believe he just went past that high platform where you can go to the bonus stage, the bonus room. But he doesn't need to at this point. He's got triple shot. He's got all but one of his bars of health. He's got his cross. He's loving life.
Yeah, he's doing really good.
Interesting fact about this room. All of these candles drop money because it's the treasure room.
Yeah.
All of these candles in this particular screen, they only drop money.
Which, of course, is useless, but...
Yeah, unless you're going for that vaunted high score record in Castlevania 4. I mean, who's not going after that one?
The Covenant.
Oh, yeah. Boy, all I hear about... Enemy, when are you going for that high score in Castlevania 4?
When you gonna roll the points over?
Yeah, that's... Oh, boy.
He's checking them. I don't think he knows they're all money bags, perhaps.
Thank goodness they only did that in one screen of this stage.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool that they did it for one screen. Because since it is thematic with the stage.
Yeah, let you know that it is the treasure room. Everything around here in this level is pretty much golden and based on money.
So here we go. And speaking of treasure room, we got the treasure bat coming up. A really cool boss. It's not so bad. He breaks down into other smaller bats as the fight progresses.
Yeah, you handle them. The first part with your whip. I think it's after like 21 hits or something like that. You want to get him when he starts coming out to the middle. You jump and throw your 3 crosses.
And now the little bats poop gold on you. It's really, it's just
I need some
unseemly.
Gold. I could use some.
They need to do a crossover between this stage and DuckTales.
Right.
So here we go. IM's gonna get the orb, fill that health back up, and make his way up the staircase to an even more difficult stage. Honestly, I can't believe I conquered this stage as easily as he did, or made it look as easy as he did. Because that stage is no joke.
Not at all.
And he just went right through it, like a hot knife through butter. And we're on now to near the end of the game. Now we got a little shout out to Castlevania 3 here with the gear room. And we get some of the gears here, jumping off some of these gears.
Yeah, this is
a pain in the butt.
This is where the jumps really start to get annoying.
And we got that sweet vampire kill. Oh no, I'm sorry, Bloody Tears, excuse me. I'm mixing up my hot Castlevania jams. We got some Bloody Tears going on here. The best song in Castlevania history, which I know because I got the name of it wrong. Yeah, this is a nasty little stage with all these moving platforms. It's not the same as in Castlevania 3. It's just you jump skip. You can kind of jump through the edge of these gears, which is what really becomes a problem at times, because they're big, massive sprites, and you think like, oh, as long as I touch the sprite in my jump, I'm gonna land on it and everything's gonna be cool. It doesn't work that way. The edges kind of don't exist very well.
Yeah.
So if you're a little off base there, you're gonna pay the price.
I think you got it. You end up falling right at home.
I am using those crosses very wisely, getting rid of that nasty skeleton going after him from across the room. So I am's got to duck under these spikes here, ride this around, and then jump off before it dumps him into. And there you go. See, that's where you get caught up. That gear right there doing no favors. And now I am does not have the cross, and it becomes quite a bit more tricky to get through this screen. No cross, no fully upgraded whip. A little bit different strats coming up here.
Like, we really can't stress enough how much we really need to cross at some points of the game.
Yeah.
To get through it with general ease.
So we see here the auto-scrolling hooks. Now I am just going to jump right into. There it is, the skeleton right there. Now I thought he was going to land right on him and be knocked off surreptitiously, but no. At least he was able to land there and had a fighting chance. But unfortunately, just didn't have the timing to kill him before he was dispatched of. But this screen is one of the nastier ones in the game, honestly. Especially like once you die and have to go back through it without your stuff.
Yeah.
If you have the long whip, you can make that jump before the skeleton sets up near the edge. And it's not so bad, but the other situation you deal with is sometimes you get double spawns right here from the skeleton. Then there you go. You saw very quickly there a second one spawned, and the first one was able to knock him off as he was trying to make that jump.
I think if you got crosses, you can actually throw the crosses while you're hanging.
You can, yes indeed.
So that makes that a little easier. So he's
a lot easier.
He's doing this with the bare minimum here.
And you get triple crosses, you throw them all. Oh, geez, and there's that jump again. Because the issue here is that you have the low overhead, so if you jump, you're going to bonk your head and not really move forward in the way that you want. But also, IM knows that if he stays on that gear for a moment too long, he's just going to be dumped off of it. So IM's trying to like balance jumping too early with jumping too late, and there's a very small window where he can actually make that jump properly, as he just did.
Very scary.
So it's one of those things that looks a lot easier than it actually is. And I am being aggressive there. That's the way you got to handle it. Gets rid of the skeleton knight. He is up to the next screen. Now the problem here is if IM dies on this screen, he's going right back to where he was on the previous screen, which is a real pain that he has to deal with.
This is his last life. So I don't know if that affects this game. But it doesn't.
Oh yeah, he's going to go back a little further in that case, I believe. It's been a while for me on this one, but so now of course we have some falling gears, but that's kind of not as big of an issue as the moving hooks that he's gonna have to deal with before too long on this screen.
Yes, this part is good. That's the best way to put it.
I want to say it was you who gave me some advice for this stage, for dealing with this in a safe way.
I know I was in there when you were learning the game a little bit.
Yeah, I only played this a little bit. I just wanted to be able to get through it, because it was not a game that I had really played growing up. I only played it for Super 16, but this part in particular, I am playing it very safe, doing the wise thing and stopping, killing the axe armor, so he doesn't have to worry about it sniping him while he's making his way up here.
Oh yeah, he did get a 1-up, so that's good.
Oh, awesome. So IM is on the left side here. He's probably going to want to go down to the right side here and get some extra health. We'll see if he does that. And yes, he does. So now IM's in a pretty good spot, but he has to make it up another moving hook section. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Oh, my gosh. I thought he was going to save it. That was... And see, there we go. He's back to this nasty screen. So, and back to 0 lives. So he's got his work cut out for him if he wants to avoid the game over.
Yeah, once you get to A1.
And there's that jump, and that'll be the first game over of the game. And IM's got to go back a little bit further to the start of Block A. Which is nice in a way, because you can get tooled back up before you get to that real nasty screen.
Yeah.
So hopefully he'll end up with a cross, maybe a double shot for his efforts.
Like, it'll take him longer, but it's probably better at the end.
Yeah,
to
just
go back.
and it's nice to get a little breather from that screen that's been giving him some troubles too. I mean, I've been in the same boat. Getting through that screen, it's always a pain in the butt. That is a real nasty screen.
A1 is really bad.
Yeah. And we said that for the past few stages, but it's true. I mean, like, each one gets a little bit nastier.
Oh, yeah. They keep throwing this harder stuff at you.
Oh, you see right there, it looks like he goes onto the gear, but he just fell right through it. That's what you gotta be aware of with this stage.
Yeah, hopefully they patch that soon.
Yeah, well, it's DLC. You gotta download for the SNES Mini the patch to fix the hitbox on those gears. It's a modest fee, AK. It's a modest fee to improve your game experience. I mean, who wouldn't want to spend $25.99 on that, really? Act now, and they'll throw in horse armor. So
horse armor.
A lot of people don't realize that there's a horse in this game. His name's Kavik. Anyway, so here's the brutal jump again. I am making it look easy that time. Just kind of slid off of it and jumped at the last moment. So the good news is that IM's got his upgraded whip. The bad news is that he's still dealing with his dagger, but he makes it over there. As long as you can make it over there while the skeleton is set up towards the right side of that platform, you're good to go. Because you duck, and the sword won't hit you. So you keep that distance, you're able to hit him with the whip, and you're good to go.
If you don't have the crosses, you kind of want to take two big swings, and on the second one, jump up.
Or back to the nasty part is not only do you have to deal with the falling gears, but they do a lot of damage.
They do. That first one you're supposed to duck under.
You're supposed to duck under it, but you have to be at just the right spot on that platform. Otherwise, it'll still hit you. And then that's you just kind of lay back, and yeah, you can avoid it, which he was able to do, no problem. There's so much. I mean, the vertical stages are really the nastiest ones throughout the game because, you know, God bless the Belmonts. They're not very good at jumping. And now this is the first one though where you actually have some control over your jump midair. So
yeah, you can actually turn back a little bit.
Yeah, but it's, you know, it's not exact. He's not exactly Super Mario either.
Right.
So I am dealing with some low health, but he does have the turkey leg to the right side of the screen there that he's going to go get as soon as he dispatches of his axe armor. Oh, he did not go get it. I am is being bold right now. He says, you know what? I don't know if he forgot about it or if he just said, you know what, let's power through.
It might have been something in the last time he saw that when he went to the right, it made it a little harder to get back to the place to go his jumps.
Okay, so I am getting his double shot. He's got this bone dragon to deal with. He's got plenty of hearts here if he just wants to wait it out, and probably wants to get some hits in with his crosses anyways to effectuate the dropping of the triple shot. But he's not getting those hits that he wants right now. You can see he's trying to play this very safe. The problem here, you'll notice he's not using the whip, because if you whip those hooks, you can actually hook onto them while you're trying to hit the dragon. And if you hook onto that and let go, you're dying. You're going to fall and die.
Yeah, so...
And that's the last thing he wants to do at this point. Because he doesn't want to have to go back through that one nasty screen all over again and do all this again. But now IM should be good here. He's going to swing to the right, and he's out of this screen. And now he's got a boss coming up. And you would say, like, well, he's got pretty low health. He's going to get some health between now and then. There's the turkey leg drop. And he's got the triple shot. He's only got 11 hearts left, though. But this is the mummy, and the mummy's actually a pretty easy boss.
Yeah, especially for this late game.
Oh man, IM is playing this real dangerous. He gets right up in the mummy's grill, and he takes a lot of hits for his efforts. But if you just stay over on the left here, you're good to go. Like, the mummy can really not do anything to hit you. Oh, IM's got it down now. He says, you know what? I got you, mummy.
It's a wrap.
No problem.
Yeah, nicely done.
And we are out of the clock tower. All right, guys. Hey, a little vampire killer action. And another falling screen. I really like that you can just skip these whole falling screens. These screens that go downwards. That's a really nice thing that they did in this game.
Yeah, I'm glad it doesn't kill you for not having to scroll the screen.
Right, exactly. I mean, because it would have been very easy for them to do that, but no, they said like, you know what? We're gonna, if you can figure out the way to fall properly, we're gonna give that one to you.
You don't want to stop on that bridge.
No, you can't. They've got the bats pushing you forward, and it's actually a good thing. They're letting you know, keep it moving, buddy. And we're moving right along to the nastiest screen in the game, in my estimation, the stairs screen. I am taking a second to think about it.
It's got them jumps.
So we got to do a lot of jumping, and these stairs fall out from underneath you as you touch them. So if he gets hung up on the edge of these stairs at all, sayonara, baby. You're going straight down, and you're doing this whole screen all over again.
Yeah, you can't go back down and respawn the stairs.
No. There is no down in this stage. Down is down.
Yeah.
There it is. There it is right there. Like, I didn't do anything wrong there. Just sometimes the stairs kind of hitch up, basically.
There's a gigantic buzzsaw coming for you.
Yeah, that's the other weird thing. It's sort of like it reminds me of Battletoads almost. Like, there's a big gear following you for some reason. Like, it's not hooked to anything. I don't know how it's traveling upwards with no line or anything. It's just video game logic.
Well, all the explanations for that is Dracula's like going through this prime tower.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
That's how all the candles are just like floating with you.
I always imagined they were like fixed into the wall. Now it doesn't make any sense that they're fixed in the way that they are. But
Right.
like, you know, they're but yeah, it's video games, you know. It's very easy to like try to apply logic to them and then think, oh yeah, right, it's a video game. I'm stupid for caring about this.
Right.
Okay, so Iam is in a bit of a pickle here. He's got to hurry up and get up here. Although I think he may have despawned the gear, so he might be.
Yeah, I think it stops right there.
Well, it was there for a moment, and then it went away. So there's actually a cross here that Iam can get, but it's really tricky to get. We're going to see if he tries to do it. No, he says, you know what, forget it. It's that one right there that he's above right now, that candle. But there's spikes on either end there. If you get them, you're dead. So
yeah, these little moving platforms can be very tricky. Especially when you first start playing and you don't know it's above you. And a lot of times they lead you right into a spike. So we have to, you just get used to it. You know when to jump. But you're probably guaranteed to die or game over a few times at least if you get for the first time you're playing.
There's that whip upgrade. So now Iam's got to make it up some more moving platforms, and he's going to be going to the boss rush. Now this boss rush is sort of kind in a way, because you can do this all with just the whip. It's not ideal, but it's not devastating to do that. So first up, we got Slogro, or something like that.
Yes, this is Slogro.
I always thought that this boss looked super cool. Oh, look at that early hit that Iam's taken as the Slogro's fallen. I always thought that when I saw the ads in like Nintendo Power, or the screenshots in Nintendo Power, that this boss looked super cool.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. He looks like,
It's kind of
something out of Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I thought it was super cool. Because I was of that age back then.
But Slogger in this game can be a real pain in the
He can be a real butt wipe, because he does this dash. Well, at first, when he, like, after you hit him or after he lands, you see when he's green like that, when he's kind of glowing green, you can't hit him, and he does this nasty little dash, and it can hit you pretty easily. So if he wants to troll you, he's just gonna put a hurting on you, and you have really no say over it.
Yeah. Especially once you get to the second phase and he tosses the trident out.
Yeah.
Then he's just doing all dashes, and it's really bad. And especially now he doesn't have the cross. He could throw some crosses while Slogger is like going in the air and respawning.
Yeah, and there's that dash right there. That was it.
Gaibon is a lot easier to deal with than Slogger on this one.
Yeah, Gaibon, like, I mean, there are a lot of safe strats for Gaibon. And there's kind of a safe strat for Slogger, but again, like, he can just troll you.
Now, I don't think he'll get a cross back before death.
No, there's no more cross.
Yeah.
The cross is gone. He can get it before Dracula because there's that little
special
spot.
area.
Yeah.
I remember when I played this on stream for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
I just totally didn't believe it in the chat. They were like, "Just jump off, man! Just jump off." I'm like, "No,
I figured they were trolling you.
I just got here, guys. I don't want to die." No, there's a secret area. He'll probably go to it for sure.
I suspect he will.
The best thing to do here, though, is run away from the slot door.
Yeah, exactly.
And then turn around. Which is
You basically want him to dash at you and then hit him. Because once he dashes, he's committed. And then you can just go to work on him. One hit left, and there you go. See you later, Slobber. No one likes your style, buddy.
2 chicken pickups or turkey, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Whatever kind of meat it is.
And now it's on to Gaibon. We'll see how IM chooses to handle him. The nice thing is, after each boss, you get a checkpoint. So he doesn't have to do Slogger anymore. Now he's just at Gaibon at this point. And then after he kills Gaibon, you got a checkpoint before death.
I always saw the death fight in this game pretty tough if you don't have the cross.
Death's always kind of a butt in all of these games.
That's true. Like CB1, if you don't have the Holy Water,
oh man, forget it.
For you.
Yeah. it's like, well, no, I'm just gonna take a game over and get my Holy Water back.
Right. Now he's using the regular whip here. It's not good.
Now you can see he's having trouble even hitting.
And it doesn't do nearly as much damage.
Right.
I think it does half damage.
The leather whip, just a bunch of junk.
The first whip upgrade gives you maximum damage, and the second one gives you maximum range.
Right. And see, we're seeing a little bit of IM dealing with the waggle whip unintentionally. So IM's trying to whip at a diagonal, but sometimes when you do that, it kind of picks up the waggle motion instead, and which does significantly less damage than an actual whip strike.
Oh yeah, I think it's like 1/6 or something.
Yeah, it's something. It's baby damage basically.
Pointless against the boss here.
Oh yeah.
You can finish it off here.
IM's keeping safe though. Got one more health bar. There it is. Down goes Gaibon.
Really good there with just the regular whip.
I just wanted to show off with some low percent strats, I think.
He said he ain't worried about it, guys.
So now he's going to be able to tool up a little bit, at least get his whip upgraded, but there's no weapon pickup here.
I really thought they should have put it like a cross drop. I mean, you can't get the multiplier back, but they could have given you a single cross.
So, Death is a nasty customer, as he always is. But in this version, he's got a couple different strats. So like right here at the start, he's gonna kind of set up, go back across the screen, and throw these sights. But now he's gonna do the low pattern where it kind of sucks you in and throws his big, I guess, big scythe. For some reason, I think it's not called a scythe. Anyway.
That is a scythe.
Okay, good. I got confused myself. So when he does that, that's actually an ideal pattern because you can get like 3 or 4 hits on him really unscathed. It's like, even though he's sucking you in and pulling towards you and he's got the big scythe coming towards you, like it's really easy to jump over it. So that's nice. I mean, you look at where IM's at, like Death has 1 hit left. Oh, but I shouldn't have said anything. Commentator Chris, and the game over. Now the nice thing about the game over, he still has the checkpoint, right? So it's all good.
There is something IM's not doing that I could help him out here. Is that when Death is pulling you in like that, you can jump and do a downward strike, and turn back and repeat. You'll get off more hits. So it's just kind of walking away from the pool and then turning around and with him. But he's doing a good job. He's still impressed about it so far.
Oh yeah, he's getting some damage in. Now I am being very smart here, doing a very safe strat where he basically creates a shield for himself by holding his whip up in the air and letting it hang down. Those, as you see, the little sights run right into it and don't even touch him.
He should be fine this time.
I think IM's going to put him away right here. not, he's going to be very close. He's having trouble turning around.
He tried it. Yeah, he tried the attack that was there.
Oh, one more hit, one more health bar left. That's it. No problem.
GG. All right.
We are on now to the final showdown with the man himself, Dracula.
I am going to head out and get set up. It's been fun commentating with the man.
Hey, and good luck with Super Punch-Out.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, so let's close this out here, everyone. It is down to I Am, and it is down to Dracula. And there is the Phantom Jump right there, where I'm going to get all of the health in the world, all of the hearts in the world, and a cross, and a double, and a triple shot. We'll see if I Am can make this jump. Yes, he does. It's always embarrassing when you fall off of the invisible platform after getting all of your upgrades. But I Am is good to go, and we'll see if he can put away Dracula right now. Now, Dracula is... This fight is both easier and like trickier than other Dracula fights because like we don't have a second form of Dracula here. We kind of have 3 different phases of Dracula, but it's not. There's no big nasty second form like you see in Castlevania's 1 and 3. It's just man Dracula, like humanoid form Dracula. But yeah, right here after the first part, he shoots these balls. If you hit them right here, if I Am's able to hit this thing, it'll give him that turkey leg drop right there. So that's nice. You get some opportunities to get some health refills. But now we're on phase 2, where Dracula shoots these flames up, and they have a real nasty tendency to pin you in exactly where you don't want to be in this stage. So I Am is just doing his best to keep 3 crosses on screen at all times, help cut down these flames while also doing some damage to Dracula. That ball's floating all around. We're going to see if he gets it. Yes, he does get that turkey leg drop. And another one for good measure. That's great news for I Am because now he's got full health. And we have phase 3 of Dracula, where he's going to be shooting a bunch of electricity all over the place. I Am's got to do his best to avoid it. He's got full health, so he's in great shape here. We could see the first attempt Dracula kill. I apologize in advance if I cursed it. I Am doing some work. He's putting that whip to good use and the crosses. Just what you want to do. And there it is. Down goes Dracula. I Am putting him away the first time he sees him. There's your daylight. There go the bats. And Infinite Mystery is victorious over evil. And GG to him. What a finish. Oh, and the nice crouch on top of the casket for good measure. And that is the game, everyone. There's a very awesome ending cutscene in this game. I don't know that we'll have time for that one, but a fantastic job out of Infinite Mystery. Congratulations to you, sir. Excellent, excellent job through a very tough game. I think right now we'll throw it back to Evo, who has some giveaways for us and set up for our next game, which will be Super Punch-Out by none other than Afata Cthulhu. So stay tuned for that, everyone.
That is correct. Thank you, Enemy, for the commentary.
I'll see y'all in a little bit.